Hello everyone. One thing that really stood out to me from this speech was the idea that failure is not something we should be afraid of. Denzel Washington said that everyone will fail at some point in life. Everyone will make mistakes, lose opportunities, or feel embarrassed. I think that's true because nobody succeeds all the time. That part I liked most was when he talked about having a very low GPA in college. He said he was at one of the lowest points in his life, but he didn't quit. He kept going even when things were difficult. I think a lot of people can relate to this because everyone faces challenges at some point. Another part that stood out to me was the story about Thomas Edison. Denzel mentioned that Edison had many failed experiments before creating the light bulb. That example shows that failure is not always a bad thing. Sometimes failure teaches us lessons that help us succeed later. This message connected with me personally. Moving from Russia to Poland and then to United States was not easy. Every time I moved, I had to start over, adapt to a new environment, and learn new things. Starting college in the United States and studying in English has also been challenging. There were times when I felt frustrated or overwhelmed, but I kept moving forward. I also connected with the idea that success comes from showing up every day and doing the small things consistently. Whether it's going to class, studying for exams, going to the gym, or working toward a goal. Progress usually happens step by step. My biggest takeaway from this speech is that failure is not the opposite of success. It's actually part of the process. If you keep trying, keep learning, and don't give up, eventually you will find your opportunity. For the second part of this assignment, I choose a speech by Matthew McConaughey. I like his message because he talks about defining success for yourself instead of following other people's expectations. One idea that stood out to me was that we should first understand who we are, not before we can understand who we are. I think that message is very relevant today, especially for young people who are trying to find their own path in life. Thank you.